Alright, I'm Stu, and welcome to a Media Student's Take on Business. In particular, management consultancy. Now, being a media student, I would never think in a million years I'd make anything about business. But surprisingly, it affects everyone more than you may think. So why hasn't this been covered before? Well, it turns out business has been labelled as incredibly dull. But what's interesting is consultants don't have a governing body, like lawyers or bankers. So this pretty much means they can get away with whatever they want, right? No, they still have to convince their clients that their services are going to be top-notch. This is how they do it. So what usually happens is your company hires a massive well-known consulting firm to save your dying business. So they send in the top guys to pitch the brilliant idea that you have utmost faith in. Then when it actually comes to it, you get a newly graduated business student with no experience putting the plan into action, just not very well. So in the end you've just wasted all your money. Well done you. But of course I'm not at all qualified to talk about this kind of thing. This man is my dad.
As an industry, it's kind of interesting. So you have the traditional management consultancy firms that probably many people are familiar with, the large ones like McKinsey's, Accenture. And then there are kind of medium-sized companies that specialise in certain areas. And then there are small companies or individuals who operate on more or less a freelance basis. The large firms have some commercial problems that they have to deal with. A lot of the money they earn has to pay for the offices, it has to pay for the managers, and then it has to pay for the consultants themselves, which means that the fees, the daily rates that they charge, can be very, very high, running to thousands of pounds a day. And what I hear from clients is that they have maybe had a bad experience with a large consultancy firm, and they find that they have a sales process where senior partners will go in and do a very good job of selling a particular engagement, and will give the impression that the people that have been involved in the sale will be the people who then deliver the consultancy. And that's not the case. As soon as the contract is signed or the agreement is in place, they usually disappear and just come back occasionally for a meeting, and junior, more inexperienced people then come in to deliver. Usually at the small end, the people you see are the people you get. So in summary, I think if there are issues in the industry, they're probably, from my perspective, with the larger, more traditional firms, based on the fact that they have to charge huge fees to cover their overheads, and maybe allied to that, they also have to generate business and maybe create work that isn't necessarily there to be able to sustain those fee needs.